Hey y'all, welcome to the Crafty Cove. My name's Missy. Today I have a very special treat, a fall farmhouse collab with Ashley from over at the Red-Headed Crafter. We're going to talk about that in just a little while, but for right now let's get into DIY number one. So for this DIY I take 2 rolls of mesh from the Hobby Lobby and I'm cutting this into strips of about 12 inches and I'm cutting 12 of each piece, 12 strips of each piece. That was hard to get out. And we're going to do this green and burlappy one, and then we're going to do 12 of the burlap and the white there. Now when I get this finished, I want to show you a trick that I've learned. If you will take your mesh and spray some hairspray on the ends, it will keep it from unraveling so much. So I just did this to all of my pieces on both sides and on each end. After we get that finished, we are going to take 3 different ribbons from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to cut these into about 8-inch strips, and I cut 12 of each of the ribbons. Now, after I get this done, and what I'm doing is I'm just taking the one that I cut first and using it as a template on the other. And this is just me showing you another one of the ribbons. But there were 3 different of these main ribbons that I used in this DIY. After I get that done, I go ahead and cut dovetails in all of my ribbons. And then I'm just showing you some scrap ribbon here that I kind of throw in, not on every single piece, but on some of the pieces. Now, this is the easiest wreath I have ever made, and it is all because of this Bodabra. I learned this from Tammy over at the Rusted Willow. I'm going to link her page and her video showing this in the description box. Y'all make sure you go check her out. Easiest thing I've ever done. So what I do is I take a cable tie and I put it in the bottom of the Bodabra. Then I take a piece of my green mesh and just roll it up on itself, just kind of scrunch it up. A piece of this mesh, do the same exact thing, scrunch it up. We put those in the Bodabra. Now I'm going to take my ribbon and I'm going to start layering my ribbon in there. You can do this in any way that you want. I put one piece in, and then the next piece I kind of put at a catty corner angle, and the next one at another catty corner angle, just the opposite way. And then I can't remember, I think I throw in a couple pieces of, yeah, this other ribbon that I had, just ribbon that I already had cut up that I wanted to use. Y'all, again, the easiest wreath trick I have ever learned. I will be making more wreaths just for this reason, because it was so simple. So after I get all that on there, I'm just going to take the little piece that came with the Bodabra, press it down. Then you bring your cable tie up. You go ahead and feed that through, but do not pull it tight yet. When you get it all the way through, then you're going to take another of these cable ties and you're going to stick it in the opposite way in between your little poof there and your other cable tie. And that is because that is the piece you're going to use to secure the little poof to your wreath. Just pull that tight and set it to the side, and we'll do it again. So again, cable tie, mesh scrunched up together into the Bodabra. Another piece of mesh, scrunch it all up, stick it in the Bodabra, and then you start layering your ribbons. Now, I do 12 of these puffs. I do not put the extra ribbon in every single one. Just every now and then I'll throw in that extra ribbon that I had. After you get it all in there, bring your cable tie up, pull it just a little bit, put another cable tie in the back, and then secure it all. So simple. Y'all make sure you go check Tammy out. She is amazing, and I am so thankful for her for this trick, because again, the easiest wreath I have ever made, and it's all because of the Bodabra. Now I will tell you, I'm using mesh from Hobby Lobby because the mesh from the Dollar Tree, I just couldn't get it to work. I don't know what the deal was, but it would unravel so much that it looked awful. So after we get all of our little poofs made, again, we're making 12 of these little poofs. Next, we're getting our 12-inch wreath ready. Now, we're going to take our poofs. We'll take and cut that first cable tie off zip tie, whatever these are called, y'all. I don't even know. But we'll cut that remaining piece off. Now we're going to stick it through the two slats, like between the bottom and the second and the top and the second. You could see more what I'm doing than I can explain it. And then we are just going to stick that in there, put it in, and just pull it tightly. This wreath has 6 sections, and each section is going to get 2 poofs. I'm not going to make you all watch me do every one of these things because, again, it's just a repetitive pattern. Just 2 poofs per section of the wreath. Now here we are on our last poof. We're going to cut that off. We're going to stick it in there and just secure it. Y'all, I was so excited to see Tammy's video and this. It's so easy. So then we're just going to cut off the remaining pieces. Now we're just going to fluff up. Just go around and fluff up your ribbon, your mesh, everything. Now I'm going to make a messy bow with my bow dabber. So I used the 3 main ribbons that I used in the wreath. I cut 2 pieces, about 8 inches of each. Stick my little zip tie in there. Again, just layer my ribbon. And then pull the zip tie up, secure it, and make sure that I leave a little bit of room so that I can put another zip tie on the back to secure to the wreath. I wish I'd have picked out different ribbons just because these do kind of blend in with the wreath, but I still absolutely love how this wreath turned out. It's the best wreath I have ever made. After we get that done, we're taking this Hello Fall sign from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to drill 4 holes in it. 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom, both in the corners. And that's because I'm going to take this twine and we're going to run it through the top first and then the bottom, and that's going to be used to secure to our wreath. Then I just take it between all the little mesh and ribbon, get it to the back, and tie it on at the top and at the bottom. So simple. Next, let me see what I do next because I can't remember. Oh, next we're just going to attach our bow. Then I do attach a few little embellishments, just a scarecrow and some leaves. But that's it. I absolutely love how this wreath turned out. I've also already given it away to a friend, and she was just absolutely in love with it. I put a few little pumpkins in there, and those I just basically stuck in. Didn't even use hot glue with them. Just stuck them right in there. And I think it turned out so cute. So again, today I am collabing with Ashley over at the Redheaded Crafter. Y'all, if you don't know who Ashley is, make sure you go check her out. She's trying to grow her channel, and she is absolutely amazing. I just think the world of her. And we are also going to be doing a giveaway for a $25 gift card and a set of the farmhouse calendars from the Dollar Tree. In order to enter into this giveaway, all you need to do is watch both videos, comment on our secret question, answer our secret question in the comments, and you will be entered. I'll give you all my secret question in just a little while. Okay, y'all, moving right along. DIY number 2. Okay, so a couple weeks ago I went to the Goodwill and I found this huge black bag full of these blocks. I had no idea what they were, but I knew they were wood and I knew I could use them in crafting. Come to find out, they are a giant Jenga game, but I'm using them for crafting. So for this project, I'm going to take 6. 2 of these I'm going to paint with a burnt orange all over, front, back, sides, ends. Every single bit of these 2 blocks get covered in burnt orange. This color I got at the Hobby Lobby. The next 2 wood blocks, same exact thing with some white Waverly chalk paint, fronts, back, sides, ends, everything. And then I am using it's a brown color. I believe this is like a caramel or something like that. I can't remember the name. I'll try to find it and put it in the bottom. Then I'm going to take some decals that I made on my Cricut, and we're just going to put pumpkins on one orange one, falling leaves on a white one, and I missed the brown one for this one, but I think it was apple cider on one of the brown ones. Then on the others, I'm going to put thankful on an orange. So simple, y'all. Grateful on the white, and blessed on the brown. Now we've got 2 sets of stacks. I'm going to take blocks. I'm going to take some liquid nails and some hot glue, and we are going to glue the brown will be on the bottom, then the white, and then the same exact thing, put the liquid nails, the hot glue, and glue the orange on. We do this to both sets of stacks, or both sets of the blocks, and this is what they look like. Now we're going to glue them together with some more liquid nails and some hot glue. I'm making a faux book stack if you haven't guessed yet. After we get those secured together, we're going to take some twine, and I'm just going to start wrapping it. Now I do have to do it kind of at an angle because I didn't put the words on the exact sides. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a minute. But I just wrap my twine all the way around it and then secure it again with some more hot glue. This was the simplest project, but I think it turned out so high-end looking. I absolutely love this project. So after we get our twine on, I'm going to take some of these buffalo plaid leaves that I got, leaf cutouts that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to glue one on each side. Next, I'm going to just make 2 bows with the same ribbon, some of the same ribbon that I used in the first project, because I kind of want them all to be a little cohesive and go together. So I basically just fold the ribbon over on itself, tie it in the middle, and then dovetail the tails. I do that 2 times with 2 different ribbons. I'm sorry, y'all. This voiceover is just not going well for me tonight. Then I'm going to attach one bow on each side. On the Thankful, Grateful, Blessed, I attach this little plaid looking one, and on the other side I attach the leaves. Next, I take a little green truck hanger that I found at the Dollar Tree, and I just cut off the little hanger and glue it right there. How simple was that? I think this gives such a high-end look. Y'all let me know in the comments which of these is your favorite project, but I'm absolutely in love with these faux stack books. They are so adorable. And I love the fact that they are reversible. Okay, y'all, DIY number 3. Another simple project. I'm just taking 4 of these galvanized trees from the Dollar Tree. And for 3 of them, we are going to tape off our stem, and we are going to paint the actual tree part with some more of that burnt orange. Now, I did have to use 3 good coats of this because we all know what it's like to paint on metal. So for 3 of the trees, we go ahead and paint 3 good coats, drying between coats of the burnt orange. After that, we will remove our tape. Now we're going to take that same brown color from the book stack and paint the trunks of all of these trees with that color. Again, 3 good coats, drying between coats. After that, we're going to take our 4th tree, our final tree. I'm sorry. Now we're going to take some more of that brown, and we're just going to do a little bit of light distressing. You can't really tell it on the camera, but it turns out so adorable. And we do this to all 3 of the burnt orange trees. After that, we're going to take our 4th tree and go ahead and paint the trunk of it. And we do go up into the tree just a little bit because we're going to use some scrap paper on this one. After 3 good coats of that brown paint, we take our scrapbook paper and our Mod Podge and just adhere our scrapbook paper to our tree. Then we take scissors and just cut around it as close as you can get. Don't worry about getting too close yet. We will sand the edges in just a little while. Then I go ahead and take my Mod Podge, and on all 4 trees I put a good coat of Mod Podge. We all know what it's like to have paint and metal. It will chip off very easily. So just make sure you do that to all of those. Then take our sanding tool and our finger sander and just sand off the excess scrapbook paper. Then I just made some decals on my Cricut that spell out fall. And the A will go on the one with the scrapbook paper, and the others get the F and the L and the other L. After we get all of those on there, now we're just basically going to glue our trees together. Just put a little bit of hot glue on the sides of one of the trees there on the bottom base, and glue it directly to the one before it. So simple. That's it. That's all you have to do for this project. $4, and I absolutely love the look of this. Okay, y'all, DIY number 4, and this is my favorite DIY. So now I'm going to ask you my secret question. What's your favorite part about fall? So for this project, we're taking a crate, a rectangle that you can either get at Dollar Tree or Walmart, the centerpiece of a Dollar Tree picture frame, and a dowel rod cut to about 10 inches for 2 pieces. I'm sorry, 8 inches for 2 pieces. We're going to take our little rectangle there and paint it completely with white Waverly chalk paint, and then take our antique wax and we're going to paint on our antique wax on the dowel rods and then wipe them off with a paper towel. After we get those 2 things done, then we're going to take the same antique wax and do the same exact thing to the crate. We're going to go ahead and paint this entire crate, inside, outside, every piece, bottom, all. Paint it up with the Waverly wax and then wipe it away with a paper towel. After that, we're going to take 2 of the little tumbling tower blocks and do the same exact thing. Paint with antique wax and wipe it off with a paper towel. Now I've got some antique wax there excess, and I just use that to distress my white right there rectangle. Now I've lost some footage of how I got those dowel rods in there. I just put a little dab of hot glue and just glued them right in the corners. Then we take our Jenga blocks or tumbling tower blocks. We glue those on the bottom just because I didn't want it to sit flat on the table. Next, I'm taking one of the new calendars and taking off the back and cutting this picture out with the pumpkins on it. We are going to glue that right in the middle of our rectangle there. We are making a little pumpkin stand. I just glue that on with my purple disappearing glue stick. So much easier than the Mod Podge for this small of a project. Then I take my antique wax, go around the edges, and then just smear it in with my finger, and then I go ahead and do that all over this white piece. I think this is my favorite project of everything in this video. I absolutely love how this one turned out. It is so adorable. Then we're going to take some of that Fix-All adhesive from the Dollar Tree and some hot glue, and we are just going to adhere our rectangle on there. That's our little sign. Take the piece of the picture frame. I just use hot glue and Fix-All adhesive. Glue it to the rectangle there first on that flat piece, and then just take some hot glue and secure it right there on the dowel rods. Next, I put some Fluorofoam inside of it, and we go ahead and use some hot glue and some Spanish moss. And now we're just basically filling this in with some of the little pick pumpkins that I got from the Dollar Tree, and then I also go in with some leaves that I found. This is totally up to you, however you want to decorate it. You'll see how mine is completely done at the end of this project. Then I just take some leaves and also put them in that little hole on the top there of the picture frame. After that, I go through and use some of the leaf lights that the Dollar Tree has, and I just start winding it around this thing, and I secure the battery pack on the back with just a little hot glue, just keeping it so that you can get to the batteries if you need to change them out. And that's it. Again, my favorite project of everything in this video. I absolutely love how this little thing turned out. Again, y'all let me know in the comments which was your favorite. Okay, y'all, and here's our final reveal. I am so happy and thankful to Ashley for even wanting to collab with me. She is a super, super sweet person, and she's very talented. So if y'all have not checked Ashley out yet, make sure you do. Make sure you answer my secret question in my comments. Go to Ashley's video, watch her video, and answer her secret question in the comments so that you will be entered to win the $25 gift card or the set of Farmhouse Dollar Tree calendars. Don't forget, y'all can also find me on Instagram. You can email me, and you can also buy me a coffee if you'd like. Thanks for watching. Y'all come back now. You hear?